Last time on What If Sonic, our jerk of a hero Sonic had barely managed to save Little Planet from the clutches of Dr. Eggman, and along the way, he had befriended the young hedgehog Amy, before ruining the friendship with his selfish and egotistical attitude. Now alone once more, Sonic has chased Dr. Eggman to West Side Island, where the Chaos Emeralds now lie, and where the 7th Emerald is soon to be discovered. Within his plane, the Tornado, Sonic had arrived to West Side Island. Much like South Island, it was populated by Mobians and animal folk alike. And much like Eggman's invasion of that place, most of the population had been turned into badniks already for Eggman's army. Sonic got out of his plane and took notice of this efficiency. Robots already? I kicked that tubby's sorry butt only a few days ago, and he already manages this crap? Where the hell is that doofus getting the time to do this? If I were him, I'd have given up already. As Sonic is pouting to himself, a group of badniks spots him and goes on the attack. With no effort at all, the blue hedgehog manages to make quick work of these machines, freeing the animals within. They cheer and praise Sonic for his heroism, as he's quickly reminded why he's doing this. Oh yeah, that's why he shouldn't give up. His pathetic schemes are making me famous. After gloating, Sonic quickly turns to the animals he had just saved and quite aggressively questions them. Hey pint-sized! You know where Robotnik is? The old geezer that did this to you? They all shrug in confusion and aren't sure where Eggman is. Sonic gets annoyed at this and shouts at them. Well, you pipsqueaks are no help to me. I've wasted enough time anyways. I'm out of this joint. Sonic rushes off and towards the Emerald Hill Zone where the source of the robots were coming from. As he runs by, he destroys badniks and flaunts himself all over, making sure he's known to everyone and making sure they praise him. He's got to leave his name here after all if he wants to be famous. As he continues forward, he dashes by a group of foxes, and with no regard to their safety, it causes them to spin out by his speed. He thinks nothing of it before realizing he should turn back and ask those good-for-nothings if they know where Robotnik is. Sonic makes his way there as he sees he had knocked 2 of those foxes out with his speed. Luckily for him, one of them is still up. Before he can even interrogate this kid, the fox already starts yapping his mouth to Sonic.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you stopping those bullies.
Sonic is taken aback by this odd form of praise, but praise will be praise. Well, of course! I'm the best after all! Nobody can beat Sonic the Hedgehog! Sonic pauses after noticing something about this fox. What the hell is up with your tail?
Oh, this. I was kinda born with 2 tails. Everyone makes fun of me for it, though. Everyone except for you!
Freaky. Well, I was wondering if you'd seen this dude named Robotnik. Tall, old, quite out of shape too. Can't miss something as ugly as him.
I think I saw someone like that over that way. There were rumors that he's been capturing animals, so everyone's been staying far away from him.
Well, thanks kid. I gotta get going though. Can't keep this place waiting for my glory. Sonic starts to rev up before he's stopped.
Wait! Let me come with you! I can help you stop him. I don't really want to stay around here anymore.
Sonic gets quite annoyed by this remark. This little punk is trying to tag along and steal his spotlight. He isn't gonna have some kid slowing him down. Listen, Squirt, I don't need your help at all. I'm not gonna have some pint-sized punk slowing me down. So sit your butt down and let me do my thing. Sonic is about to run off when once again, this fox shouts for his attention. Now he's really ticked off.
I can help you though! I know how to make gadgets. I can be your mechanic. I can also fly with my 2 tails. I can be your helper. Please! You're my hero!
Now this caught Sonic's attention. He didn't want any sort of partner, someone that could equal or surpass him. But this kid was offering himself up, not as a partner, but as a sidekick. He could use this. That kid is loyal. He would do anything he said. Now he liked the sound of that. Well, I guess you can tag along.
Really? Thank you, sir! Thank you!
Shut it with the formal crap. The name's Sonic, and if you're going to be working with me, you're gonna have to do what I say, kid. I'm the hero here, and I know what's best.
Of course, Sonic. I'll do my best.
Now that's what I like to hear. If you stick with that attitude, you'll go places, kid. Say, what's your name?
Well, it's Miles. I don't really like the name, though.
Yuck. It's lame as hell. Let's call you something better. How about Tails? It's the only cool thing I could think of about you.
Tails? Really? I love it! Thank you so much, Sonic!
Tails hugs Sonic out of appreciation for this nickname. Sonic actually thinks he feels endeared to this kid after that, but it's whatever. He's not gonna let him know that. Sonic quickly pushes him off and gets back to his more antagonistic tone. Yeah, I know it's cool, but cut the lovey-dovey crap, will ya? We've got an egg to scramble. Follow me if you can keep up, Tails. Sonic boosts off through the grassy fields, and Tails follows not too far behind. With his two tails propelling him, he can keep up with Sonic, and the blue blur takes notice of this. At least he isn't keeping up neck to neck, nor is he slowing him down. He can work with this. The two blast through Emerald Hill Zone, destroying the various badniks and freeing the animals inside. Sonic of course takes all the credit, and Tails is all oblivious to it, just happy he can hang with someone so cool. Soon enough, the pair arrive at a flat area where a familiar figure is spotted, surveying a warp ring.
Who's that?
Dead meat. Sonic rushes over towards the figure before shouting, "What's up, Robotnik? Was the last beating not enough for you? Well, I'll make sure to really hammer it in this time." "Ah, Sonic, what an unpleasant surprise to see you. That is, if I hadn't anticipated your arrival, you maniac. You're too late." "I'm never too late to kick your overweight butt. You made a big mistake showing your old rotting face again." The Hedgehog revs up a spin dash right after, but not before the Doctor can jump into his Eggmobile and get to a safe area in the air. "I'll bark and no bite, don't you? Can't even lay a finger on me." Sonic gets quite ticked off at this notion. "I'll show you bite, alright." Tails then jumps in, attempting to defend Sonic's ego.
Back off! What do you even want anyways?
"Ah, what do we have here, Sonic? Another kid taking under your wing? Let's see how long this one lasts." Tails ponders this sentiment, but Eggman cuts this thought short as he carries on. "As for what I'm doing, you'll know all too well, Sonic. I've tracked the Chaos Emeralds to this very island, and through my research, I've rediscovered the 7th Chaos Emerald." Sonic is shocked hearing this. A 7th emerald? Back in Scrapbrain Zone, he felt some incredible power from those emeralds. If 6 gave him that kind of power, then imagine how much 1 more will give him. The thought of it entices him and makes him crave. "No need in trying to track them though. I've already sent my robots to the special zone to retrieve them. You're too late." He says this as he gestures to a warp ring behind him. Egotistical as always. "Hey Doc, you just gave me a one-way ticket to the emeralds. Either that, or you're just that dumb. I could say the same about you, as you've fallen into my trap." Sonic then gets rammed by the egg drill as he's launched back into a tree. Eggman swiftly lands his Eggmobile into the vehicle as he begins to rev up the drill once more.
Sonic! You're gonna pay for that!
Tails attempts to attack Eggman, but gets rammed by the drill just like Sonic and gets knocked to the ground in pain. Sonic quickly recovers and shouts at Tails, "Stay out of this, Pixel Brain! You'll only slow me down!" Sonic begins to spin attack Eggman's mech and gets various hits on him. Eggman isn't going down without a fight though, as he drifts across the grass within his vehicle, getting close to drilling Sonic various times. Tails takes notice and despite Sonic's warning, tries to help his hero once more. The Fox tries to dash forward, mimicking Sonic's spin dashes. Sonic spin dashes as well, but incidentally, it causes them to bump into each other. Eggman uses this opportunity and fires off the drill from his vehicle before releasing the Eggmobile from the egg drill, as it impacts Sonic and Tails. The two are left on the ground bruised, as the Doctor makes his escape. "Fleeing Robotnik? What are you, scared? No, you foolish rat. I distracted you long enough. Now watch as the warp ring closes from exposure. How's that for egotistical? Ah! He wasn't fighting me. He distracted me. That cheater!" Sonic, with his pride and ego hurt, screams as he pushes the rebel off himself, which also pushes Tails back, as he boosts towards the closing warp ring. He needs that emerald. He needs it more than anything else. Right as the warp ring closes, he jumps through and gets sent to the special zone, all while Tails is dumbfounded on where Sonic went. Sonic is warped to the special zone once again, and much like on South Island, he must navigate a trippy obstacle course to grab the emerald. With his past experiences, this challenge was a piece of cake. Before he knows it, he warps away back to Emerald Hill where Tails is standing.
Sonic, you're back!
Tails attempts to embrace the Hedgehog, but he's having none of it. Sonic looks at the emerald with a sinister smile before he turns his head sharply to Tails. He snarls at him and points right at the Fox's face. "Listen here, Pixel Brain. Never disobey my orders again. When I tell you to stay back, you stay back. Got it?
But we still got the emerald.
Got it?
Yeah.
Listen, kid, it's an honor to be in my presence, and if you want to keep it that way, you gotta listen to me. Tails decides to change the subject, hoping to get back on Sonic's good side.
So, what does the emerald do?
Grants me unbelievable power. We just need 6 more, and with that, I'll bet I'll be unstoppable.
You could stop Robotnik with that power.
Kid, I can stop Robotnik, no emeralds needed. I'm just keeping his grimy hands off these things, and making sure I'm the most powerful hero in the world. Sonic grins menacingly at the emerald, just imagining the power all 7 could give him. It feels great.
So, what do we do now, Sonic?
Well, Squirt, we travel West Side Island, free those low-life friends of yours, stop the old geezer's plans, and get me those emeralds. With their plans set, Sonic and Tails run off towards the chemical plant zone and continue their adventure. Throughout the zones, Sonic and Tails ruthlessly destroy the many badniks plaguing the places and freeing the animals inside. Sonic, of course, takes most of the credit, citing Tails as just his follower. Tails all the oblivious to the more negative implications of these comments. He's simply happy to be at Sonic's side and not being bullied. Tails serves as almost Sonic's servant throughout all this, doing whatever Sonic says, whether it be taking care of something he doesn't want to, or helping him to a harder to reach place. They of course run into Eggman various times and take quick care of the Doctor. While on their adventure, Sonic also retrieves 6 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, still 1 more remaining, which he can't seem to locate. Oh well, it's only a matter of time. As they've saved most of West Side Island, Sonic is being regarded as a hero once again, and his work is nearly done, as all that's left is Eggman's base of operations, Metropolis Zone.
Sonic, this looks like Robotnik's base.
Duh, I've already been to places like this before. Of course a dump like this belongs to that geezer. Now stop lazing around and get your ass up. As he says this, Sonic dashes off into Metropolis Zone with Tails not too far behind. Within the wicked mechanical base, they navigate through conveyor belts, spinning gears, and plenty of crushers. Not to mention the badnik battalions of slicers, shellcrackers, and astrons. Sonic takes note of this as Eggman has seemingly upped his defense game a lot. Despite the tricky obstacles and annoying badniks, Sonic makes it through alongside a more so struggling Tails. They eventually find themselves in a wide, empty room.
Sonic, we've made it to the end, but there's nothing here.
You don't know anything, Squirt. I've dealt with this bozo enough to know he's hiding. Hey, Robotnik! I know you're hiding for some big reveal. Just get your ass out so I can pummel you faster. In reaction, an egg-shaped figure comes down from the darkness above. As expected, it's Eggman within his Eggmobile looking a bit disappointed. Bah! You take the fun out of everything, Hedgehog! I'm surprised you made it this far, especially with that kid slowing you down. The Doctor grins mischievously at his own comment, hoping to incite a fight between the two. Sonic looks towards Tails and then back at the Doctor with a ticked-off expression before smirking. Of course you'd think that. Your no-good evil could never see the value in my sidekick, Tails. Eggman and Tails are both surprised to hear this, but it meant the world to the young fox. What is he up to? Yo, Tails! Go in for an attack!
Are you sure I can do it?
I know you can! Tails, with his confidence boosted, decides to go for it and attempt to distract Eggman, while Sonic lets off a wicked smile. While the Doctor is preoccupied, Sonic jumps on the side of the Eggmobile and grabs a Chaos Emerald from behind the Doctor's seat. I figured you'd keep a hold of this. Get off me, you blue buffoon! Not a chance, bozo. With this emerald, ultimate power is mine. Don't let your ego cloud your judgment, Hedgehog. All systems, full power! From the Eggmobile launches smaller balloon copies of Eggman that swarm Sonic and not only knock the emerald out of his hand, but also the other 6 emeralds he had on him.
Sonic, I'll help you!
Oh no you don't, Fox! Whilst Sonic is getting swarmed, several badniks surround Tails and slow him down from getting to Sonic. Within the confusion and chaos, Eggman uses the 7 emeralds to launch the Death Egg into space, while he readies up his airship, the Wing Fortress. Hasta la bye-bye, suckers! With that, Eggman makes his escape and Sonic finally gets out of the balloon swarm. Now he's done it. He's pissed. Damn it! He's getting away! He then turns to the fox, ready to take his anger out. This is your fault! If you had just done your part in distracting him, this wouldn't have happened. You didn't even assist me when I got swarmed.
I was trying to. There were too many badniks. I'm sorry.
It's whatever. Now I need to find out how the hell we're gonna get to the dock now.
We could use your plane.
Shut up, Tails! I'm thinking. I got it. Get your ass in the tornado and fly me up there.
Sure, whatever you say, Sonic.
With their plans set, the two quickly run back to the tornado and start on the chase to Eggman's wing fortress. As they get closer, aerial badniks swarm the skies and try to halt the duo from getting to Eggman. Watch it, dude. Do you even know how to fly a plane?
I'm trying my best.
Whatever. Just get me near that wing and I'll take it from here. As they approach the backside of the airship, the tornado gets shot down by oncoming lasers, and Sonic has no choice but to abandon ship and jump on the wing fortress. As the tornado sinks down to the ground, he lets out a worried yell. No! Repairing that plane is gonna cost me a fortune! Despite that, Sonic continues trudging on and makes his way throughout the airship, avoiding weapons and destroying badniks in a stylish fashion. In no time at all, he arrives at the cockpit, ready to take down Eggman. You're too late, Doc. You and your dumb plan are over now. After I'm done with you, you'll be eating food through a straw. The contrary, you buffoon. You're the one that's late. I have just enough time to board my brilliant creation, the Death Egg. Now come and get me. You asked for it, Robotnik. As the Hedgehog dashes forward for a punch, a force field appears in front of him and knocks him back. Have fun, you miserable rodent. Ha 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 ha! From the ceiling, a laser appears and starts firing at Sonic. Whilst tricky, Sonic takes care of it in no time and gets to the docking bay where Eggman had just launched his escape ship. He was too late, and just missed it. What is he gonna do now?
Sonic!
Just then, from under the clouds flies Tails, the newly repaired tornado. Tails? He actually pulled through. Without hesitation, Sonic jumps onto the head of the plane and they begin to chase down Eggman's escape ship.
Sonic, are you okay?
Yeah, of course I'm fine. I'm the best. Now let's cut the chit-chat and get me to that ship, Squirt.
Yeah, you've got it.
Before they know it, they approach neck and neck to the ship, and Sonic makes a daring jump to the wings and latches on just as Eggman exits the atmosphere.
Good luck, Sonic!
Tails shouts this as he gets farther and farther from the ship, whilst Eggman finally enters space and quickly docks himself within the Death Egg's hangar. Within the confusion, Eggman once again gets away before Sonic can find him. With no time to waste, the Hedgehog quickly makes his way to the space station as he dashes through narrow hallways and arrives within a large room. As expected, the door is shut behind and in front of him, a TV screen turns on with the Doctor looking maliciously at Sonic. How on earth did you manage to get here? I left you for dust! What can I say? I'm setting records, Doc. Bah! No matter. I planned for a circumstance like this. From the ceiling above drops a silver mechanical figure with the likeness of Sonic. Behold! My newest weapon, Silver Sonic. What is this, Doc? A joke? Cause for once, it's making me laugh. This is such a downgrade from your last copy. It doesn't even have a paint job. Well, maybe I'd have something more impressive if someone wasn't on my tail constantly. Well, that's what you get for messing with the best. No matter, let's see what this tin can do. As the screens shut off, Silver Sonic dashes towards the blue hedgehog before curling up in a ball and spinning at Sonic. Sonic returns the favor with his own spin dash before getting knocked down by the robotic double. That thing is reinforced. He'll have to hit it when it's uncurled. Using this strategy, Sonic baits the robot into attacking before hitting it off guard. Eventually, Silver Sonic retaliates and shoots its spikes at Sonic. But this doesn't slow the hedgehog down as he makes quick work of this robotic imposter. Turned you into scrap metal in no time flat. I was right. I am setting records. After the snarky comment, the doors open in front of him and Sonic dashes down a long, narrow hallway. Windows surround the corridors as he can see space and the planet below. It's quite the view. Soon enough, that whole planet will adore the ground he steps on. No time to admire, though. He stops in his tracks when entering a large chamber. Yo, Doc, where are ya? Is your pathetic butt hiding? Cause it won't stop your inevitable beating. These defenses were pathetic. As to cut off his gloating, the floor in front of him opens up as steam is let out. When the clouds settle, a tall, bulking robotic figure towers over Sonic. With the likeness of Eggman, and 2 hands with 3 sharp spikes attached, Sonic steps back for once in a sense of fear against this mech. You were saying, Sonic? That look in your eyes, Is that fear? What happened to your ego? Shut it, Robotnik! It doesn't matter how big and tough you make these things. I'll tear him down just like before. Silver Sonic was a mere distraction. My previous defenses were child's play. This is my main course. You're all talk. If this is truly the best of your pathetic lot, then show me what you're made of. I intend to give you that, and so much more, Hedgehog. Eggman starts up the mech as he sends a fist down, nearly hitting Sonic. Sonic avoids the attack and runs up the extended arm and kicks the face of the mech. The Death Egg robot is launched back and decides to launch out several small bombs at Sonic. While he's distracted with avoiding those, Eggman flies up and launches back down at Sonic, trying to crush him. He narrowly avoids the attack as the bombs set off around him and scorch him a bit. Eggman once more extends out the fist and launches it at the blue blur, who jumps above and tries to run up the hand again. As he tries to repeat his previous attack to the head, Eggman leans the mech back and headbutts Sonic, sending him to the ground. While Sonic catches his bearings, Eggman launches the arms forward off the mech like rockets, which nearly pierce Sonic. Thankfully, he's fast enough to barely avoid this deadly attack, but he doesn't make it out unscathed. He's starting to bleed and bruise from these attacks, and this ticks him off. How is the Doctor doing this? He's never made something this tough before. No matter, he can't hold back anymore. If he wants to win, he'll have to give it his A-game. Charging with the strongest spin dash he's ever charged, he lets loose and buzzsaws into the metal chest of the mech. Sparks fly as it seems he'll break through it, and nothing. He falls back to the ground in shock. I made sure to really reinforce this mech. So unlike last time, you can't just saw your way out of this, you rat. Shut up! Sonic jumps up trying to get to the head once more when Eggman punches him down to the ground and sends out tons of bombs that detonate around him. He beats down mercilessly on the Hedgehog as the explosions go off and send him careening across the floor. He slowly walks forward and begins to taunt Sonic. Look at this! The all-powerful Sonic the Hedgehog finally beaten. No quips left for me! I thought I was just some old fat loser. Shut it! You're nothing. Nobody. You act like you're better than everyone else, but you're not. All of this is on you. You let me go back on South Island, just to milk your fame and ego. Look at where you got. Look at what's gotten you now. That fox friend of yours will realize the truth sooner or later, and leave you just like Amy. You'll die in the cold vacuum of space, as I use my Chaos Emerald-powered space station to conquer this world. Nations will bow to me, and with my power, I'll remake the world in my image. And you know what the best part is? No one will remember you. I'll make sure of it. That power is mine! Pitiful last words for a dying rodent. Say goodbye! Eggman inches closer and begins to let up his foot before being ready to crush the Hedgehog. Sonic is at his weakest and his lowest. He has nothing, and he realizes this, as something within him snaps. That lust for power, his yearning hunger to feed his ego. It's all too much, as he finally lets go. I'll show you my true power. Sonic glows as an ear-piercing scream erupts, and from the very walls of the Death Egg fly the Chaos Emeralds, torn from every power generator on the space station as if they were attracted to Sonic. They surround him as Eggman, panicked at this sight, tries to crush him, only for a yellow and red glow to consume his feet, and then finally the whole room. The Death Egg robot is knocked back to nearly toppled over, as in front of him stands Sonic. Spikes pointed up, fur a golden yellow, and eyes a spiral of red. He looks towards the Doctor as his serious expression opens up, with his sharpened teeth showing a demonic and sickening grin. Eggman is scared, no, petrified at this. He tries to keep a cool face at the setback though. No matter. A change of color means nothing. I'll crush you into oblivion! As the arm of the mech launches towards Sonic, the Hedgehog does nothing but stand there before catching the arm and then in a blink of an eye, tear it apart. Eggman, shocked but steady nonetheless, tries to punch forward with the other arm, but Sonic buzzsaws right through it before grabbing the entire mech and throwing it to the other side of the chamber, which causes a massive explosion. The demonic Sonic then flies forward and decimates whatever remains of the mech, as Eggman falls to the floor, completely terrified. Sonic walks through the dust with eyes of bloodlust. He sees Eggman and begins to laugh maniacally.
Is this the true power? The Chaos Emeralds?
You called me nothing. You said I'd die here. Think again, Robotnik. I've only just begun.
Sonic, please, have mercy!
Mercy? Mercy?
You're a hero, right? I thought you just wanted to use me to make you famous.
I'm not just a hero, Robotnik. I'm the most powerful thing alive. And I'll use you alright, but not before I make you suffer.
Sonic grabs Eggman by the collar and continues.
I'm gonna beat you to an inch of your life. Over and over and over. And you'll be nothing more than a husk of what you were after I'm through. You'll be wishing I finally killed you. But I won't. I'm gonna make every waking second of your life a nightmare. I'll destroy your life and everyone else's. This world will be at my mercy.
As he begins to laugh maniacally, the surrounding area begins to explode. The Death Egg is going down, and the whole space station is done for. Eggman takes a quick notice and tries to escape.
Sonic, the whole station is going down. Just let go of me, and maybe we can both escape.
Instead of letting go, Sonic continues to laugh as the whole base around them begins to crumble, as finally, the ceiling falls on top of them and cuts to black. Suddenly, Sonic awakens under some rubble with Eggman near him. It's all kinda messy, like a dream almost. He feels like the last hour was nothing. All he knows is he felt a sensation of power. But before he can gather his thoughts, his eyes are locked with a large green glowing emerald and a red angry looking echidna in front of him, ready to attack. And that's where we'll be leaving things for right now. What will happen now that Sonic and Eggman have found themselves within the Hidden Palace? What should we make of Sonic and Tails' supposed companionship? And what was that almost demonic version of Super Sonic that Sonic had shown on the Death Egg? Find out next time on What If Sonic. Make sure to like and subscribe more if you want to, and as always, thanks for watching.